Hi, I'm Carl Kwan from PresentationExpressions.com. In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 things that you should never say in a presentation. The reason why is because if you say any of these 3 things, it'll make you look really unprofessional and create a really bad impression. It may seem very innocent to say these things, but in reality, they're really, really bad. So let's get to the very first one. The very first one is, I have a cold, or I don't feel very well, or some kind of illness that you want to talk about that you just recently overcame. Never mention that you have any kind of illness. The reason why is because you always have to be at your best when you give a presentation. So even if you don't feel like you are 100%, you can't tell your audience that because they could be your potential customers, they could be your current customers, or they could be some other kind of audience, and they want to know that you represent your company, whatever, at its best, not at 50% because you're not feeling well. That's no excuse, okay? Second thing that you should never say is related to number 1, which is my dog died. Very extreme, my dog died, but this means don't use an external excuse either. So don't say my car broke down, or don't say that my kid destroyed the computer or something like that. There's no excuses. If it is related to your presentation, if somehow being sick is related to your presentation, maybe you're giving a presentation about cold medicine, I don't know. But if it's related to your presentation, okay, fine. But generally, never say any of these things. Don't give any external excuse for it. If really your car broke down on the way there and you were late, you can say that, of course, because that's just reality. That happened for sure. There's nothing you can do about it. But other things that can maybe make your presentation not seem as good, or you hope that it won't make your presentation look so bad, don't say it. So that leads me into point number 3. Third thing you should never say is, please excuse my poor English. If you are a non-native English speaker giving an English presentation, one thing you often want to say is, please excuse my poor English. But this is really bad. And the reason why it's really bad is because the audience may not actually notice that your English is that bad. And of course, you will have prepared a lot before giving the presentation, so don't say that your English is bad, because, like I said, they probably didn't notice. But if you tell them, if you say, oh, please excuse my poor English, now they're going to think about it. And especially because you're saying it at the beginning of your presentation, they'll think about it all throughout the presentation. Then after the presentation, they might think, wow, that guy's English wasn't very good, was it? But they may not notice if you don't say anything. So it doesn't create that bad impression at the beginning. So 3 things to never say during a presentation. Number 1, do not make excuses for being sick. Don't say, I'm sorry, my presentation isn't that good because I have a cold. Second, don't use an external excuse such as my dog died, or something happened at home, or whatever. Don't use any external excuses. Number 3, don't excuse your English ability. Don't talk about your poor English ability, even if it is poor, because it creates a bad impression that they will always, always remember and continue to think about. So, very important, in order to create a good impression and to leave a good impression, never use any of the 3 things that I just said. Thanks for watching. Make sure you come and visit us at PresentationExpressions.com for more tips like this, and also, of course, expressions to help you speak English as well. Thank you for watching.